But to fake a policeman out, and not only fake him out, but push him to the ground first and foremost. You know damn well some of us couldn't get away with that. Yo, what if my date gets arrested? Hey, what's up guys? It's your girl Paige here, Miss Soulful Paige, and I'm back with another video. So as you can tell by the title, today's video is about the time when my date almost got taken to the big house because he was being stupid. I really don't go on too many dates. I'm not too involved in the dating culture here, but to be honest, this date as a whole was good until it wasn't. So you guys are in for a pretty good video. Go ahead and get yourself a nice little drink. I got a little brown sugar boba tea here. Oh yeah, that's just good. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's go ahead, I'm gonna stop rambling and let's get right on into the story. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys back to 2019. So all of this happened pre-Rona. So me and this guy, I'm going to refer to him as Rapper Bae because he is a SoundCloud rapper. I'm not gonna give you guys his name because I don't need nobody looking him up and hitting him up and like, hey, she talking about you. And we met on the holy mecca of dating sites, you know? Tinder. You know, just scrolling on Tinder, going, and then I see him pop up and I was like, you know, like, he was looking good, you know? He had a nice smile, he had a really nice bio. I'm not gonna lie, the body was banging, the tattoos were slanging, and that thing was thanging. Let me stop, okay. But he was someone that I thought was very attractive, so as always, I used boop, swiped a look right, and it was a match. So we started messaging each other, and we actually hit it off pretty well. Like, we were doing like a good little back and forth, you know, flirtatious, you know. He was giving me the compliments, and I was like, oh, Brett. And then finally, he went ahead and was just like, okay, so let's meet up. And we finally made the day for our first date. And our first date was terrible. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, let me stop exaggerating. It wasn't that bad, but when we were there, we both kind of were just not feeling each other. It was right after work. We went to a local coffee shop near my house, and while we were there, he was definitely very like, he came off across more shy and more quiet than he did on text. And then it was just, the communication wasn't working. We would like, you know, sip a little coffee. So like, what do you like to do for fun? Oh, you watch shows? What show? And like one word answers, very just deadpan. He even showed me like his music on SoundCloud. He was like, yeah, I got a new mixtape coming out. listen, you better support. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And then the date ended and it resulted in both of us ghosting each other. Fast forward a few weeks later, my friends and I, we went out on the town. It's 5 a.m, we're leaving the clubs, and my friends, you know, we're hungry, so we're like, let's stop on over by this kebab truck, you know, get us some food, and then we can pull up to the station and go to sleep. So as we're walking to the kebab truck, I see a guy, and I was like, he looks really, really familiar. Like, because he had a certain tattoo where I was just like, that not everyone has that tattoo, like in that place, you know what I mean? So I'm like, and I call out his name, and then a Rapper Bae turns around and was like, oh, what, Paige? Hey, how you doing? He was also a little tipsy, I was a little tipsy, so we were all just like, hey, stranger, like, how you doing? How's it been, good old buddy? And we actually started talking, and we started hitting it off more again there. It was like the first time we started talking to each other. So it was like weird, I don't know. And he had even told me then, like, you know, I actually thought like the first time we met up, I actually thought you were like really uppity and like kind of boring. Which in my defense, I had just got off work. I had an open class where my vice principal and principal were watching me teach. So I was very like, you know, got the nice black dress on with the suit jacket. Like, so I was kind of like, oh, okay, I understand. But we were just getting on fine that night, to the point where my friends, like, they saw us talking and they were like, oh, we gonna go to the station. We don't know what you finna do, but we going to the station. And you got me, no, I'm coming. And so he ended up walking me to the station that night. We made a date to go out again, kind of like a redo. So we go out again. This time it was at a bar, strangely on a Tuesday night. We went to a bar on a Tuesday night. I had work the next day, and I had work that day. Anyway, we had the date that night, and surprisingly, this one went a lot better, which is getting me to think, like, is it because of the alcohol? Oh God, oh God, oh God. That date turned out really well, and then after we went our separate ways for the night, he messaged me again. It was like, okay, I really do like you, and I want to take you out to more than just, you know, a drink at a bar or like coffee. Like, I really want to wine and dine you. So I was like, then go ahead, wine and dine me then. What's up? So we finally made the date for our, I guess, more grand, more than just one drink at a bar, one drink at a cafe style date. Like a traditional dinner and then something after date, which I was really looking forward to. But the day finally came, and that's really all I gotta say. All right, so the day of our date comes, and we had planned to have dinner in 𝙛𝙞𝙣𝙣, and then afterwards we were gonna go to like a little fun arcade over in 𝙤𝙪𝙨. So I go to meet up at 𝙛𝙤𝙣 station, and he had texted me and was like, hey, I'm running a little late, but I'll be there in a few minutes. So I'm just waiting, and finally he shows up, and you know, he was looking kind of fine or whatever, I ain't even gonna lie. We start walking to the restaurant, and on the way there, we stopped at an Olive Young. This was kind of like a little red flag number one. We go into the Olive Young, he goes to the men's perfume section, picks up a perfume. All right, we can go. Bro, what? Did you just stop at an Olive Young so you can spray yourself bootleg off of there? At the same time, I can't even lie, like I used to go to Sephora and like try out their makeup, and in reality I just be putting it on because I was missing something. So we go to have dinner in 𝙛𝙤𝙣, and we went to this really good Korean place. It was so good. And then of course alcohol was involved. We had some makgeolli, and it was a good date, good dinner, good conversations. You know, he was really funny. He was just genuinely a nice guy. So after we finish eating, we go back down to the subway, and in the subway, you know, you have to tap in with your T-Money card, or if you have money, you have to refill your card up. You just tap and then you can go in. So I go down, he comes follow behind me, and then he actually stops me for a second. He's like, hey, you actually go on ahead really quick. I have to tie my shoe. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, you didn't need to announce that, but okay. So I tap, and I just kind of start walking down, and I turn around, and he's like, you can go on ahead, like I actually like can't find my card right now, so you just go on ahead. I'll be there in a second. I'll be there by the time the train comes, which I was kind of feeling skeptical about, because I was like, that train kind of, looking at the screen, I'm like, that train coming mighty fast, my boy. I go down the stairs to where the trains are, and then a minute later, the train announces like doon 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 that it was coming. And then I turn around looking where he is, and then he's like coming down, and I was like, okay, thank God he's here. Cool. We get on the train, go on to one stop, and then we make it to 𝙤𝙪𝙨. So just paint the picture. It's 8 p.m. on a Saturday night. We get to 𝙤𝙪𝙨 station. For those that know, 𝙤𝙪𝙨 on a Saturday night, chaos. If you don't like big crowds, you do not need to be in 𝙤𝙪𝙨 on a weekend night. We go up the stairs, and you know, we're trying to like stay together, but like, you know, lots of people. And I make it to the turnstile, and I go to tap my card. Again, I turn around, and he's like, you go on ahead, I gotta find my card. And I was like, dude, didn't you just have it? We only went one station, how you lose it and a 2-minute ride? I'm confused. So again, I'm just like, okay, I mean, all right. And I kind of go walk to kind of get out of the way of the crowds. There's like a big billboard, because the turnstile we came out of was by like exit 9 and exit 1, and exit 9 is the most busy exit in 𝙤𝙪𝙨. So I just really needed to get out the way. I was like, I'm starting to get, ooh, there's a lot of people. Let me stand on over out the way. So I stood in front of like this big billboard, and I turn to face the turnstile straight on. As I turn, I see rapper babe grab his hands on top of 2 turnstiles and yeet, like full on high jump. Like that man could have been in the Olympics how high he went. He went over the turnstiles and started walking all casually to me. And I was kind of like, they do that here? Cause you know, I'm from the country. Where I'm from in Florida, ain't no public transportation beyond Ubers. So this whole like, you know, subway hopping, I only really ever hear about in New York City and TV shows, and from my friends from New York that it happens. But I don't know, I just never really expected to see it. First of all, I never really expected to see it in Korea. And second of all, I just didn't expect my date to do it. I was kind of like, oh, oh, all right. And I was like, I was pretty sure he kind of hit someone behind him, so that wasn't a good idea. But anyway, he starts walking all casually to me like, hey, and then we hear a little whistle. Here comes the security guard. And I was like, oh my God. He got busted by the police. Oh Lord. The guy was trying to tell him like, go ahead, hop back over, tap your card. Don't do that. And he's like, okay, okay. Again, they're speaking in Korean, so I couldn't fully understand, but just this is all based off of like their body language. So he's like, okay, okay, okay. He turns to go back to the turnstile, act like he's again fiddling with his pocket, like, oh yeah, let me find my T-Money card, let me find my money, let me find my phone to tap in. This goes by a flash. As he reaches in his pocket, he quickly turns around, pushes the security guard to the ground, and takes off down the opposite highway. This man faked the security guard out, pushed the security guard down, and ran. Like, took off down the opposite hallway.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
And everyone's just looking like, what? The security guard finally got up and started chasing him down. Around the corner, here come 2 more security guards running after the first one. And you got me, like, looking out here like, did he just, what? This man, hello? What possessed you, my boy? Like, I get, you're like, oh, I don't have my card, like, blah, blah, blah. You know, sorry, I'll hop back over and like pay or something like that. But to fake a policeman out, and not only fake him out, but push him to the ground, first and foremost, you know damn well, some of us couldn't get away with that. If some of us did that, we'd be in the clouds, bitch. So I'm standing here in front of the turnstiles with other people that were waiting on their friends or whoever, and some of them knew that he was with me, so they're looking at me like I guess assuming I also did the same thing. And I was like, because I really didn't know what to do. So as any good person that's confused and has no idea what to do in a situation, I call my best friend, and I'm over here telling her about everything, and I'm like, this man is gonna get arrested. Like, what do I do from this point on? Because first and foremost, I am not a ride or die chick. Let's make that known. Especially if this is only our 3rd day, I am not that dedicated to you. No sir, no sir, no sir. So I'm over here freaking out, and finally my friend had to kind of bring me back down to earth. She was like, first girl, let's think about it logically. She had to tell me, you really think they gonna get arrested for jumping the turnstile? Think about that. And I was like, you right, you right. But at this point, again, I told her, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Do I leave? Is the date over? Like, or do I just stay? And she was just very like, you might as well go, because there ain't no, he's most likely not coming back. So after I get done the phone call with her, I hang up and I'm getting ready to leave, because I was like, this just means the date's over. I don't want to date no felon, I'm sorry. I get a text message from who? You guessed it, Rapper Bay. And all he did was text me, meet me by exit 2 in 5 minutes. Bro, what? I'm supposed to, what? I'm the, huh? Meet you? I'm over here thinking, I'm like, what if this is a setup? What if he's trying to rat me out and take me down with him? Then what? Because I'm a foreigner. I ain't trying to get deported after no SoundCloud rapper. Fuck I look like? A dumbass. That's what I look like, because you know what I did? I went right on the exit 2. And stood there and waited. Waited a good 5 minutes. After that, I was kind of like, he's playing a joke on me. I'm gonna leave. Next thing I hear, boo! I turn around, there he goes, smiling like nothing happened. I'm looking at him like, dude, weren't they? You was evading, you was running, you assaulted and you evaded. How were you here? And he really pulled the, don't worry about it. All that matters is that I'm here and I'm gonna beat your butt in Tekken. And the moment he started mentioning like fighting games and competitions, that's when I kind of like, everything else left my mind. And I was just like, I mean, okay, I guess. Stupid. And we went about the rest of the night like nothing happened. And he never told me as to how he managed to get away from the cops. So against my better judgment, I decided, you know what, let's just continue with the date, see how it goes. Because clearly some sort of luck must be on our side if like he can avoid any sort of punishment from the police. Like there must be some sort of, you know, good karma on our side, right? All I know is that the rest of the date actually turned out really well. We went to an arcade, played some games. He actually won me a little stuffed animal from the claw machine. That was really nice. And we went our separate ways. Granted though, it did kind of still stay in my mind, like, yo, this guy is a little risky for me. He's a little too risky, you know? And I know some people are probably like listening to this like, girl, that ain't nothing. Like, come on, you're being too much. But personally for me, I was like, I'm trying to have a comfortable life in Korea. I ain't trying to get involved with no risky business type people that have run-ins with the law. I'm just trying to do my little worky work, have my little funny fun, and then fly on out. So as a result, that night, he texted me and was actually saying like, I had a really good time on our date and I genuinely want to like make us official. Like, I want you to be my girlfriend. Like, I genuinely want us to be a thing, like a couple. And I had to let him know like, that makes one of us, buddy. Look, you a nice guy. It was nice while it lasted. Be easy. And that was the last time that we ever contacted each other, is what I would like to say, because a few weeks later, out at the club with some friends, it's late, I'm getting a little tipsy, a little drunky. I might have hit him up and he might have came to the club. We might have danced, we might have wined, we might have dined, we might have drank. And I might have left with him and not have left his hotel until the next afternoon. But that's another story for another day. As always, that was quite an interesting date. The entire date wasn't bad, but it's just that one moment in time I was kind of like, all right, this is enough excitement for me. If you guys enjoyed this story time, go ahead and give me a like, drop a comment, let me know how you think. Would you be the type continue dating someone even though they almost got into a run-in with the law? Like, is that something you're okay with, or is that like a red flag to you? Also, go ahead and drop any sort of like red flags that you have that some other people might be kind of like, really? But you're still very like, that's still my red flag. But yeah, as always, if you like this content, like what you see, click that like, comment, and subscribe for me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I think we need them 20 hours. 지나간 시간이